The year 1947 brought a cruel winter to the Hiroshima prefecture. The ruined city offered little warmth, leaving thousands of war orphans to scavenge in the freezing outskirts. It was the perfect hunting ground for a very ancient, very hungry kind of darkness. Deep in the frosted bamboo groves at the base of the mountains, a rumor spread among the starving children. There was a hidden estate in the woods, untouched by the bomb, where the hearth was always lit, and the smell of sweet, roasted red beans and warm mochi drifted through the trees. It was a trap as old as the Kojiki itself. Inside the deceptively warm wooden estate, 3 shivering orphans huddled around a sunken hearth. Stirring the iron pot was an old woman with kind, crinkling eyes and a soft voice. But her shadow on the shoji screen didn't match her hunched frame. It was massive, horned, and twitching with anticipation. She was a Yama-uba, a mountain hag oni who fed on the tender meat of abandoned children. She hummed a lullaby, waiting for the sweet rice cakes to drug the orphans into a deep, final sleep. Hinamaru didn't knock. His super hearing had tracked the whimpers of the children for 3 miles through the freezing woods. The air inside the estate suddenly plummeted in temperature as a dense, pressurized cloud of white smoke erupted in the center of the room, blowing the sliding doors off their tracks. Hinamaru stepped from the vapor. He was a terrifying sight to the children. His choreoflex suit, stark white against the dark wood, his mask hiding the scorched, lidless eyes and ruined features the sword refused to heal. But his gaze wasn't on them. It was locked on the hag. The kind old woman shrieked, the illusion dropping instantly. Her jaw unhinged, revealing rows of jagged, shark-like teeth. Her kimono ripped open as she grew to 8 feet of corded gray muscle, her fingernails elongating into rusted iron hooks. Yama-uba, voice like grinding stones. They are forgotten. They belong to the winter, Vanquisher. The hag lunged, her iron claws swinging in a decapitating arc. Hinamaru didn't flinch. He used his super speed to step between the hag and the terrified children. He caught the Oni's wrist with one skeletal hand. The sheer, immovable weight of his super strength stopped the 8-foot monster dead in her tracks, the floorboards splintering under his boots. He didn't use a weapon yet. With a violent twist, he shattered the hag's wrist. As she howled, he drove a devastating front kick into her sternum, sending her crashing through the heavy timber walls of the estate and out into the snowy forest. Hinamaru stepped out into the freezing night. The Yama-uba, desperate and frenzied, began ripping massive pine trees from the frozen earth, hurling the multi-ton trunks at him like spears. Hinamaru ducked under the first, his white uniform a blur in the moonlight. He drew the Shinki-iwa no Kagayaki, the radiance of the spirit rock, ignited the dark forest. The holy golden fire of the blade melted the snow in a 30-foot radius. Yuki, her spectral form glowing beside him, she mimics the warmth of a mother to devour the innocent, show her the true heat of the sun. Hinamaru vanished. He reappeared directly above the hag, propelled by a jump that defied gravity. He came down like a meteor. The Yama-uba raised her good arm to block, but it was useless. Hinamaru brought the divine katana down in a flawless vertical strike. The holy steel sheared through the hag's arm, her collarbone, and straight down to her waist. The demonic flesh didn't bleed. It erupted into a geyser of white-hot, blinding ash as the radiance instantly purified the wickedness inside her. The sweet house behind them began to dissolve into rotting wood and dead leaves. It had all been a glamour. Hinamaru sheathed the sword. The silence of the winter woods returned. He turned back to the three orphans who were huddled together in the snow, crying and terrified of the scorched, silent phantom standing before them. Hinamaru's chest tightened. Through his faded corneas, for just a fraction of a second, he didn't see three strangers. He saw a 3-year-old boy named Taro and the ghost of a baby named Kenji, who never got to see the snow. He yearned for death, yearned to be with them, but his curse bound him here to save the children of others. He didn't step closer, knowing his horrific visage would only frighten them more. Instead, he used his super speed to vanish into the trees, leaving behind a freshly chopped pile of dry firewood and his own untouched rations from his belt.